it do, guys? What it do? What it do? How's everybody doing today, man? God damn. Trying to see. Woo. Man, damn. Trying to make sure I got everything right over here. I ain't lying. Man, I'm ready to get some more shit, bro. Better equipment. I ain't gonna cap. They probably gonna fuck with my shit today, man. They probably gonna fuck with my channel today. Probably gonna fuck with my shit today. Ah, man. Damn, guys. What the fuck? My shit up. Hey, guys, is my shit up? Yo, Damian Cookie, I don't know, bro. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. What the fuck? This shit keeps fucking up. My shit is fucking up, bro. Ever since those videos last night, bro, everything just been fucking acting weird. Damian Cookie, bro, you a loyal nigga, bro. I'll fuck with you, bro. I'll fuck with you. I'll fuck with you, bro. Let's get to it, though. Let's get to it, man. Everything will make sense after this video. Oh, man. It's by Black Balloon. But let's get to it, guys.
Hey, what is going on with y'all, man? It is Black Balloon, and I'm coming back with another video, man, so y'all already know what's going on, alright? Alright, y'all. So, today, we are back, and we are gonna react to Dr. Umar talking about R. Kelly. Now, look, I know a lot of y'all got different opinions about Dr. Umar, you know, probably with everyone else that, you know, I react to sometimes when they talk about these celebrities, these artists, Gene Deal, Jaguar Wright, they're probably all in the same mix. But he made a few good points on the Art of Dialogue channel, and I thought it was interesting enough for us to talk about it, right? Now, I haven't recently talked about R. Kelly, especially since he was sentenced to, I think, 30 years. I never really talked about it. We know he was sentenced for, you know, multiple charges. I think he got trafficking.
Honestly, I
I
think
think
they're
he
all
even
just
had a
set up,
racketeering
bro.
charge across 2 separate states. I think one was in Chicago, one in New York. The sentences, they ran concurrent between each other. So I think
Guys,
he
is
got
that too
like
blue?
31 years or something
Too
like
bright?
that, right? He won't be, you know, I think he'll be 70 something years old by the time he actually gets released, right?
I'll be right back.
So Dr. Umar is basically talking about the supposed plot on R. Kelly's life while he is in prison, saying that the industry wants him
Yeah,
dead.
you right, Cub.
And
You right.
his near-death experience, as far as him almost
I fuck
overdosing,
with you, nigga.
was the industry trying to make sure that. Safe to say that he's been through a couple of things since he's been incarcerated. I think someone tried to stab him as well. Not sure on that, but I could have sworn I read that somewhere. But we're gonna go ahead and just take this video. I think I'm gonna chop this up. We got to listen to at least like the first 10 minutes of this just to, you know, get the whole picture of everything. And then we're going to read from an article as well about some music that was stolen from R. Kelly that could possibly be, you know, the reason that some of this stuff is going on. All right. So look, we'll go ahead and get into this clip, y'all. Check this out.
Robert Kelly. You know, Art, the R. Kelly situation is sensitive and it's unfortunate. Because although I never saw the video that came out about him back in 2002, showing him engaged in some sort of inappropriate sexual relations with an underage child, I never saw it. But enough people have told me that they've saw it for me to believe that it may be true.
All right, bro.
So some people would say because he's guilty of sex crimes, even if someone is trying to unalive him.
Now, when we talk about being guilty of underage crimes of you know what, it ain't far-fetched. We're going to talk about that a little bit more with Aaliyah in a second. It ain't far-fetched.
We should just let it happen. Although I understand that sentiment, Art, I also understand the white man and how he thinks. We can never, not for the sake of R. Kelly, but for the sake of all the other black people in this country, we can never let this corrupt government and this corrupt criminal justice system think that if we are completely done with a certain person, if we have canceled them from the community, we can never let them think that it's okay for them to unjustly murder them after the fact for something that has nothing to do with the reason that they are incarcerated. So R. Kelly's attorney, Bo Brinkley, has alleged, and I believe him, I absolutely believe him. He has alleged that there is a contract on R. Kelly's life. I absolutely believe him. This was alleged even before
just
the most recent overdose situation.
Up, Jay?
So a couple of days ago, R. Kelly is in his cell, solitary confinement. They bring him his anxiety medication. And they give him twice as much as they should have. What nurse makes that mistake, Art? Especially when it's already been put out there that the Bureau of Prisons and the U.S. attorneys and the Department of Justice are trying to take this man's life. What, is that a coincidence? I don't believe it is. So R. Kelly receives an overdose in solitary confinement. He wakes up the next day, barely able to stand. He's seeing black spots. He's blurry, brain fog. I believe he falls to the ground, crawls over, barely gets the door open. The prison guards find him. They want to take him to the prison medical facility, but the prison medical facility said, we can't treat him. We don't have what he needs. So they take him to Duke University Hospital. R. Kelly gets to Duke University Hospital, and it is confirmed by the physicians that he has suffered an overdose at the hands of the prison's medical staff. They also diagnose him with blood clots in both legs and blood clots in his lungs.
Damn.
Now, we know, Art, one of the side effects of cheap drugs or blood clots.
I ain't know all
I
that.
don't think he had them blood clots when he got sentenced to prison. He's only been in jail a couple years, Art. He's not that old. So how did he develop blood clots in his legs and in his lungs that quickly? I believe R. Kelly's medication is intentionally, with deliberate intent, he's being given meds to cause blood clots in his legs and in his lungs. I absolutely believe that.
Now, I was just about to say that it seems like they are trying to take him out slowly with those meds. I mean, being in that kind of situation and you have no control over the flow of your medication, you may not even get it when you're supposed to. You know, they're bringing you medicine.
Ooh, man. What you guys think about this shit, man? So far, I ain't gonna lie. Right now, it's kind of boring. Dr. Umar, he's all right, man. I don't know, but he could be a little boring sometimes. But honestly, bro, I know my stream is probably boring as fuck. I'm a chill ass nigga, bro. But when I step out, man, we step out.
That you don't know where they getting this stuff from. This is R. Kelly. You know, the battle from his masters and his catalog. Who knows what is going on? Who knows what's really going on behind the scenes with how much of his music actually still holds value. You know, I'm seeing different numbers all across the internet. Even seeing some claims that his catalog and some other things are worth upward of over 500 million. I'm not sure if that's completely true, but we know Sony is not paying him that. They already have a couple of million that's set aside for the victims of his charges. They're getting a couple of million. I think it's like up to $7 million. And Sony already has to pay that for R. Kelly. Because if you just, we talked about him recently when we actually learned what the term Pied Piper actually means. Remember, R. Kelly calls himself the Pied Piper. And now, just for those who don't know, I think I usually don't like Googling stuff like this because it pulls up such a generic overview. But the Pied Piper.
Oh. That's a folktale?
Was someone who attracts a following often through charismatic or deceptive means. Remember the Pied Piper, he was like a rat guru. He came into town. This is from German folklore.
Bro, guys, don't, like, dude, I've been learning this shit since I was 12 years old, bro. But, like, on some real shit, like, even I watch some shit now, bro, I still learn new shit, bro. Because, like, you can't know it all, bro. I don't even think the motherfuckers that are in it know it all. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's get right to it, though.
He came into town to clear the town of rats, right? And he used his flute to basically lure children away. They didn't want to pay him for his services. So he lured the children.
Oh, and my fault. I think I want to do a one on Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj been exposing a lot lately.
Away with his flute. And supposedly those kids were never seen again. It's a mysterious Pied Piper who dresses in colorful clothing. Remember we talked about that. And I forget what video that was. We talked about it.
God.
But y'all get what I'm trying to say. So, you know, we know that about R. Kelly, but it's safe to say that he's not being targeted for assassination, so to speak, because of those reasons. That's my point. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure the industry, they let him do it for 30 plus years. You know, they let him do it for so long. I mean, Check this out. Y'all remember this interview, right? This interview was back in 1994. Rest her soul. But Aaliyah died in 2001 at 22. She was like 15 at this time, y'all. Maybe even 14, turning 15. But y'all remember this, right?
But if you like that's what they did back then, though. That's what they did back then. I'm not egging it on, honestly. I wouldn't do this kind of shit, but this is what they did back in the day, bro. This is what they did. Everybody advocated for it. But now it's a problem. Oh, now it's a problem. Y'all didn't mind these people doing it, but now it's a problem. Yeah, fuck that.
Look.
How you doing?
What's up, girl? You step. You know, America has been waiting for y'all to come back to us. How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, let's clear something up, because you know I've been getting a rundown on the street. Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend, or cousins, or friends. let's just get the record straight.
Damn,
give me a
like
white
she
Jeep.
been fucking with the weights.
Well, no, we're not really. No, we're not. We're just very close. This is my best friend
Yeah, cool.
Now, who found who?
in the whole wide world.
I found Leah. As a matter of fact, Barry Hankerson, my manager, who's her uncle, told me to go up to Detroit and hear her sing. Once I got up to Detroit, I didn't have to hear her sing because she was glowing. I knew she had it as soon as she started singing that very.
All right. We don't even need to watch anymore.
But guys, some people will be like, "Oh, she was a nice girl and she was all this." No, she's alright, I guess, but she was still a bop. She had to do what she had to do to get to where she got. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm keeping it real, man. If y'all don't like the real, get the hell on. But she was still a bop. You gotta do what you got. You gotta do what they tell you to do so you can make it. I'm trying to tell you.
Started that interview off with a 15-year-old girl. We'll say 15, all right? Now, if I'm dumb and I can't do math and she died in 2001 at 22 and that interview was in 1994, is she underage or not? If I'm dumb, let me know. If back in 1994, you know, you can be 14 and 15 and date a grown man, let me know if I'm wrong, y'all. All right? Insane. They started off, the people who are hosting that interview, y'all know she's underage. Y'all know R. Kelly was a grown man. And they had the nerve to say, are y'all boyfriend or girlfriend or cousins? When we all know them country cousins will get down with each other regardless of blood relation.
Damn right.
Crazy. Nothing they said was, you know, appropriate. Insane. And we know, what his name, Barry Hankerson or something like that, Aaliyah's uncle, which they say is rumored that he made $90 million off of her death. And he was already R. Kelly's manager. So he basically sold his niece. And it was rumored that he made $90 million off the potential of her career, of how much she would have been worth through insurance. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it went, right? Now, my point of showing that was to say that I don't think he's being targeted because of those reasons. Like the industry, they let him do that over 20, 30 years. So I don't think that's the case here. I think it has more to do with the music, the catalog, the rights to his music. And y'all already know how the industry goes. You know, Prince, Michael Jackson, you know, R. Kelly, DMX. When these artists passed on, these labels made millions.
You see, guys, you see he's talking about DMX too, right? He's talking about DMX. I don't know if I did it on stream. I don't know. I might have did it off reaction, like just off the stream, not on stream type shit. But yeah, I did something on DMX. You guys are the first to know about it. But yeah, that's something on DMX. All these people are tied in, bro. Like the presidential shit, man. Like all these presidents, it's all a bloodline, bro. It's all a bloodline. All that shit's a bloodline.
Now, I don't know how it would go as far as him having millions of dollars worth of music, unreleased music at that as well. He has over 600 to 1,000 unreleased songs that are worth millions. Now, I don't know how that will go. You know, maybe this is from the industry and they don't want to be able to pay him anything. Or maybe they just think in the way that I was saying. If R. Kelly comes up dead in prison, unalived in prison, they are gonna make millions off of his already released catalog, and they're gonna be able to do whatever they want to do with the unreleased music. Insane. So this is making sense why they're trying to put hits on him in prison. We'll go ahead and check out a little bit more, all right?
Why do they want R. Kelly unalived? According to his attorney, Bo Brinkley, the U.S. attorneys, the Department of Justice, and the Bureau of Federal Prisons engaged in criminal behavior art during the investigation of R. Kelly's 2021 conviction in New York for sex trafficking and R. Kelly's 2022 conviction in Chicago for child pornography. His lawyer claims, he alleges, that the government engaged in criminal corruption and conspiracy during the investigation to make sure R. Kelly would go to jail.
Damn.
He says that if he and his client are given an opportunity to expose the criminal behavior of the U.S. Attorney's Office, R. Kelly's conviction will be overturned and he will go free. This is what his lawyer alleges, Art. However, the music industry cannot let R. Kelly go free. Why? Because they don't want R. Kelly to expose them, and they don't want R. Kelly to regain control over his music. What does R. Kelly, Prince, and Tupac Shakur have in common? Not only were two of them murdered partially by the music industry, and a third, God forbid, is right now having his life attempted on by the music industry in collaboration with the government, and there's really no separation there because white power is white power. But what they have in common, Art, these are three artists who are known to have as much unpublished music as they had published music. Are you following me? Tupac's death was partly desired because they had so much money they still stood to make off of Tupac's unreleased music. Prince's death was partially desired because they had so much unpublished music that they could steal from Prince. And R. Kelly, same thing. R. Kelly, like Prince and Tupac, was a workaholic. He has all kinds of unpublished material. And what did R. Kelly lawyer assert back in 2022, Art? When he first...
Well, at this point, he might as well put Michael Jackson in the boat. You might as well put Michael Jackson in the boat. They murdered his ass too. Always talking about an overdose. They always do that shit. You speak out against them, they assassinate your character and make everybody hate you. All the extra shit, man. I'm no bullshit. No bullshit. Check this out. I don't know if I might just tell you guys to just do it now. There's a movie called Skulls. I think they made one or two. I think it's two or three, something like that. But the first one is the one with Paul Walker in it. You guys need to check that shit out. It's called Skulls. That's self-explanatory right there for you. That'll teach you some shit. Movies, a lot of these movies will teach you a lot of shit, man.
Went to jail right before or right after his New York conviction And right after his Chicago conviction, in 2022, R. Kelly told the media through his lawyer that hundreds of his master recordings art for his unreleased music were stolen from his home and studio. Let me say that again.
Wait, yeah.
In 2022, right around the time he's convicted and sentenced, R. Kelly finds out that hundreds of his unreleased master recordings were stolen from his home and studio.
How the fuck does that happen? What?
And then what did we find, Art? That some of R. Kelly's music was found on some of the major streaming platforms without his submission and without his permission. How in the hell did the streaming platforms get music from R. Kelly that he never gave them? And then what else happened in 2022, Art? An album
This is crazy.
that R. Kelly didn't even create, called I Admit, was released in 2020.
Okay. Oh, I heard that. Oh my god, I heard that album. The I Admit album. I knew damn well there wasn't. I knew he didn't drop that shit, bro. I knew he did not give the permission to drop that shit. It didn't even sound like him, bro. Like, it was like on some real shit, bro. It didn't sound like him. It didn't sound like something he would do.
22,
I ain't
and it was
glazing.
quickly
I'm just
pulled from the
saying some
shelf.
real shit.
And Sony Records, which is the parent company of RCA,
RCA.
who picked up R. Kelly after he was dropped from Jive, claimed no responsibility for the mysterious release of the I Admit album in 2022 while R. Kelly was in jail. We also know that before R. Kelly got convicted, he was in a tug of war with his parent company, Art, for not being properly compensated for his music. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm telling you, brother, this sounds just like Prince. What happened with Prince? In 2014,
Damn. I ain't gonna lie though. Dr. Umar, damn. He making me change my mind. Damn. Let me put me onto some new shit.
Prince gets his master recordings back. He been fighting for his master recordings for years. And then all of a sudden, he gets his master recordings back in 2014, Art, and he's dead by 2016. They trying to take R. Kelly out because they do not want to give him his music back. They've already stolen too much of it. They already owe him money that they never paid him. They don't want him to expose the music industry, and they don't want to get sued by R. Kelly. This takes me to Angie Stone. The Angie Stone R. Kelly situation are very similar.
Now look, no matter what.
Did I ain't like on some real shit, guys. I think, to me, honestly, bro, because she was already speaking out, and Angie Stone, if you guys don't know, Angie Stone, she's a legend, but she was already speaking out on that stuff. She was exposing the industry. They don't like that shit. When you start talking, man, they assassinate your character. They knock somebody off in your family. They don't play no games, bro. They don't play no games. But I think, honestly, though, I think she died, like, they killed her before that big ass truck hit them. Yeah, honestly, I think she was killed beforehand. Before the
What
accident
y'all
and
think
shit.
about Dr. Umar? I mean, he on point. This ain't, none of this stuff is speculation. I mean, you could say a little bit of it is with the money, but we know how this goes. Most of this stuff is facts. You can look all this stuff up. Don't matter what you think about Dr. Umar. This is true. R. Kelly's team did report a theft of 300 to 500 of his master recordings that people later demanded money for. They tried to get upward of $150K for the records that they stole. these 300 to 500 master recordings were valued at millions of dollars. We don't know exactly what that, details or how many millions, so on and so on.
Dude.
But just like any other label, of course, they owe R. Kelly money, and he was in a battle right before he went to jail. And you have to think about this. We gotta rewind a little bit. Just like the case with Diddy, R. Kelly would still be a free man if he probably didn't try to start fighting for the money that he was owed by the label, and trying to get his masters. Once he started doing all that, they said, all right, cool. All this freaky stuff.
They don't want you to own your music because they're not going to get any money off of it. They don't want you to own your shit, bro. See, Diddy got too much power. He had too much power. But when he sued them motherfuckers, bro, that was it. He sued them boys because they're not about to take my shit off on damn Twitch, bro. I don't have time for that shit. They already fucking with my YouTube, and I don't even have a big following. They already fucking my shit. They're taking my videos down and shit. So, but yeah, fucking with them damn boys, man. Got his ass locked up and everything.
What we've been allowing you to do, you're now finna go to jail for. Once you face prosecution, you're not getting out of jail. Then we're going to try to take you out while you're in jail, and that's going to be the end of R. Kelly. That's it. Used and abused. We done let you do what you did. You trying to get your money, you gone. He related it back to Prince. Prince got his masters in 2014, and 2 years later, the devil came and collected, and they took Prince out. And guess what? I'm pretty sure that money is right back in their pockets. Those masters, right back in the label's pocket. Now they make millions from Prince again. So the part about this with R. Kelly's, music that was stolen or attempted to be stolen is facts. And it's crazy on how they are, they'll give you your masters and then turn around and take you right out of here. It's almost the same thing with Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez got his masters, and then next thing you know, they set up this thing with Megan Thee Stallion, and boom, Tory attempted to be stolen.
300 to 500 of his master recordings? Damn! What the fuck?
It's facts. And it's crazy on how they are, they'll give you your masters and then turn around and take you right out of here. It's almost the same thing with Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez got his masters, and then next thing you know, they set up this thing with Megan Thee Stallion, and boom, Tory's sentenced to jail for 10 years, and they tried to kill him in jail. Is the MO, the pattern is exactly the same once you actually pay attention. Now, check this out on how he finna talk about Angie Stone. Now, y'all know we did 2 or 3 videos on Angie Stone. Most of this stuff we've talked about, but...
Freemasonry. Everything. All you guys... Well, I'm explaining a lot later on in streams in the future, whatever. If you guys stick with me, you guys gonna learn a lot of stuff. Some of you might know, and some of you might not. You're gonna learn a lot of shit.
Think about the connection here. She started trying to get up to 10 million back from her label. Next thing you know, a lady we ain't seen in the news or in, relevant at all for a long time, and Miss Angie Stone, boom, just end up dead. But check this out. We'll listen to this last little bit before we wrap it up, all right?
What did Angie Stone say in December 2024? Angie Stone did a live where she said her parent company owed her royalties that they had not paid her. She said they owed her multiple millions of dollars, and she said she was going to get her money and expose the label.
Damn.
I'm going to get my money and I'm going to expose the label. And then that was in December 2024. February 28th, Black History Month, final day. She's performing in Alabama. March the 1st, she's driving with her entourage to the next destination, and all of a sudden, they get into an accident, and the media reports that Angie Stone dies in a car accident, and she's the only member of her.
Guys, it's just like the TLC situation, bro. Like Left Eye, bro. It's the same fucking concept, bro. It's the same fucking concept, bro. It's the same fucking concept. Bro, honestly, I think they killed both of them before they fucking got in an accident, honestly. Man, these higher power people, man, they got a lot of shit, bro.
Her entourage who dies in the car accident. And then we find out, Art, that she didn't die in the car accident. A snow bunny helped her out of the car because Angie Stone was discombobulated. According to the woman who helped her out, she told her to sit on the side of the road. Look at this, Art. Sit on the side of the road. As soon as she tells Angie Stone to sit on the side of the road, an 18-wheeler crosses the median on the highway, Art. An 18-wheeler crosses the median on the highway and runs Angie Stone over, killing her and nobody else. Help me understand, Art, what are the chances that you get into a car accident, you climb out, so the first attempt was unsuccessful, Art. The first attempt was unsuccessful. She was supposed to be unalived in that accident. She climbs out. You know how we know that? Because the media had already reported she passed in a car accident, Art.
Yep, he right. The media had already told us that she died in a car accident. That's what they told us. Then it came out. Remember that lady? We put that in the video as well. The lady came out and said, no, she actually helped her get out of the car. The thing is, the lady never said Angie Stone. She didn't know who Angie Stone was. She never said, I helped Angie Stone get out of the car. Remember, she said the truck brushed her as well. It basically...
Man, this picture don't freak you guys out, man. This shit freaked me the fuck out, bro. I almost punched my fucking screen, bro. Just looking at that shit. Man, that shit freaking me the fuck out. God damn, she looked demonic as fuck.
Almost, like hit the lady as well. She had minor place. How did
she looked so fucking demonic, bro. I know that she dead, bro, but god damn, she looked demonic as fuck. I ain't tweaking, bro. Damn.
Van even crashed in the first place. This was a one-car accident with multiple people inside. And did they just so happen to have, a tractor trailer coming by to make sure the hit was done? And oh no, that's Angie Stone. She was supposed to be going in the car. Woo, swerve across the street, boom, and hit her. How you swerve across the street and then hit Angie Stone? That's the only person who was hit and unalived at the scene.
That's the crazy shit.
None of it even makes sense when you really think about it. It almost makes me think nothing happened that way. Just she ain't even die that way. Because how would the truck driver had known I'm supposed to hit her? He got called. He's like, yo, when the van crashed, they made the call. Yo, is it done? Nah, she ain't.
I'm gonna tell you guys, in these situations, bro, if you don't really know too much shit, honestly, yeah, I get it if you don't know too much shit. But dates and time is your best freaking friend, bro. Dates and time is your best friend. Numbers, that's all you got to look at, especially if you don't really know too much. Numbers.
You're alive. And then the white lady pulls up. Oh, snap. I need to help this lady get out the car. Boom, get her out the car. They get to the curb. They already done hit the truck driver who was supposed to ride by and make sure the job was done. Hey, look, job not done. Get it done. Skirt, boom, hit the lady. Now, mind you, how old was the truck driver? The truck driver was 33 years old, y'all. The truck driver was 33, bro.
33.
I don't even know what to say to this. It don't make no sense. Like,
damn.
You have to think about it. They had to been making calls actively. The truck driver had known what he was supposed to be doing if she ain't. I don't even know what to say. I guess the real question is, from the time that the van crashed to the time where she was hit by the tractor trailer, how long was she in the car before the white lady pulled her out?
Everything is done in threes, man. In threes. You got 3, 6, 9. That's it. That's all you need to worry about. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. That's all you need to worry about. 3, 6, 9. Everything is by threes.
That's the real question. Was there enough time to set up the second attempt and get the job done? To this day, it don't make no sense. It does not make no sense. I don't think people was really thinking about the story that they gave us, but it almost makes me think she did not die that way at all.
I'm telling you, she got killed before that she got hit.
All,
There's no fucking way.
And the fact that she was trying to seek up to $10 million and expose that label, y'all already know, bro. They said, no, we're not giving you no money. Who do you think you are? And they got her out of here, bro. That is a wicked industry right there. When you really think about how she died, supposedly, allegedly died, it's a wicked industry. And it seemed like, I'm not trying to wish no death on no man, but it seemed like they are on a fast trail behind R. Kelly. And if they really want it done, it's gonna happen, bro. And I will not be surprised if that headline crosses the internet. I'm not even going to say soon or anything. Like I said, I'm not wishing that on nobody. Yeah. But I just would not be surprised.
They made a deal with the devil, man. Hey.
So, yeah, man.
They made a deal with the devil, bro. You got to deal with the consequences, bro. I hate to sound so cold-blooded, but it's the goddamn truth, man. Oh, my God. How's everybody feeling after that video? We got another one. This one's about the face mask. Like, y'all see, like, Young Thug and all them other motherfucking celebrities. I think they was wearing it at the awards or something like that. Red carpet. Some shit. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that stupid ass shit, man. I don't pay attention to that stupid ass shit, bro. But, let's get right to it, man.
Alright, y'all. We are back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's going on, alright? Now, look. Today we got a really interesting topic, right? Recently, Pastor G. Craig Lewis, he released a video on his YouTube channel, right? This is, easy to go check out for yourself. Y'all already know. I'll leave a link in the description for y'all if y'all want to go and watch the entire video. But we're going to cover about 10 to 12 minutes of his hour-plus long video, right?
Damn, him and Sexy Red look just like. What the fuck? Bro. Him and Sexy Red look just alike, bro. What the fuck?
If y'all know anything about him, you already know he had a lot to say about the recent BET Awards.
Just like Nicki Minaj.
And he went in kind of, on a different topic about it, because he talked about these artists wearing masks and what it actually represents, whether they know it or not. And I thought it would be very interesting to react to it on the channel because, as we know, we see a lot of high-level artists wear masks, right? In particular, I got Young Thug on the screen because when he got out of jail, he was, he was on these masks like we've never seen. I don't think before Thug went to...
It was the BT Awards. Damn, it's right there in my face this whole time. Yes, bro, because I seen this shit on damn... I think it was Instagram or Facebook. I seen that shit, though. I was like, why the fuck is all these celebrities wearing these masks again? And me, the way I looked at it, I was like... It's like, I'm thinking about gravy. Like, some of you guys don't know the term, but call it casting couch. Whatever, it's like those... damn, I can't say too much. How can I put it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, let's say they're all having orgies and shit like that, and everybody has to wear a fucking... Everybody has to wear a mask, so nobody exposes anybody or something like that. And they're just fucking each other, and guys on guys, and girls on girls, and guys and girls, all that other shit. That's what made me look at it like that. Like, damn, bro, that's what we on. But I knew he was a sellout anyways beforehand.
Jail. He ever really wore a mask. Now, whatever happened,
it's hard for me to explain, but guys, you guys will get it.
Whatever, different kind of initiation he might have went through after he got out of jail or whatever, maybe something changed. I remember when I was watching this interview when he got out, he had this full-blown, kind of just crazy demonic looking mask right here. I thought this one was crazy. Like this one that he has on here is pretty demonic as well. Not even gonna lie, it's definitely a very interesting choice of a mask to wear. The one he had on most recently when he was at the BET Awards, this one looks a little crazy as well. When we think about artists wearing masks, we think about The Weeknd. We probably think about Kanye the most. Kanye has been doing it for a long time, and we know Kanye is possessed by some...
But Kanye West, I hate when people say he's crazy as fuck. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I hate when people say Kanye West is crazy. This is the nigga you want to listen to. Like, this the nigga you want to listen to. You want to listen to this nigga, bro, because I'm just saying, like, if you want to learn some shit, this the nigga you want to listen to. Bro, he's exposing this shit while he's fucking his life up in the long run. Yeah, bro, you not lying, Damian Cook. You not lying, bro. You not lying, bro. I'm gonna try to stay consistent, bro. Appreciate it, man. Love, bro, love. But this the guy, this the dude you want to listen to, though, man. He's gonna tell you the real. Even though he be on some bullshit sometimes, but he exposed a lot of shit.
Very dark spirits. You could just kind of look at this collage of masks right here, and these are by far some of the most demonic masks that I have seen. Like, and we all know, because we can think about, just before we get into the clip, we can think about all those Rothschild ball parties that they used to have in the 70s and the 60s. And when we think about, what's that movie that came out in the 90s? We've talked about it 1,000 times on the channel. That Stanley Kubrick produced, Eyes Wide Shut. When we think about Eyes Wide Shut and all
but that's a great movie. This is what you want to watch too.
Crazy,
but
demonic looking mask.
This is the movie. This is the movie you want to really watch. You can watch Skulls, but make sure you watch Eyes Wide Shut. This movie right here, bro. self-explanatory, bro. But it's way better than the Skulls movie that I told you. Man, this movie's crazy. But they was wearing masks and shit. But you'll see what I'm talking about the little orgies and shit. It's basically like a Diddy freak off. That's all it is, basically. That's all it is. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is.
Oh, these represent something.
But after he made this movie though, Stanley Kubrick, after he made this shit, oh, somehow he just tries to get just fucking dead. Come on, man. Come on. Be fucking realistic here. There's no way you make a movie like this and then somehow you're just dead the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy, man. You guys gotta pay attention, man.
I don't think they're just wearing these masks for any kind of reason, is my point here, right? They can represent something very demonic. I think I used this one as a thumbnail one time. But they have very, just dark energy around it. When you see this, and especially when you see it,
was Tom
as like
Cruise
a
that
group
was in
of
this
people
movie
at
too.
a party are wearing these kind of masks, you're not gonna think nothing positive about this. Nothing screams God or something like that. This looks very dark. It gives off a very demonic energy, right? Very, very dark energy is what you would feel when you see these kind of masks. Even most recently, y'all remember when I put this on the thumbnail, everybody thought this was MF Doom. But
yeah,
all Cruise. This was the Weeknd wearing.
Tom Cruise is on the Eyes Wide Shut movie, though, guys. Tom Cruise, he's down with them boys, too, man. Don't let these motherfuckers fool you. They might be your favorite celebrity and all that, but, man, they have to get down with them boys, man. They have to, bro. It's just a way of life, bro. Like, these streamers, they're on the same shit. It's just a whole different ball game with them. Man, I might get taken down from here too. Man, fuck. But yeah, this streamer is like, you got your Sinets, got your Kai Sinet, man. All those motherfuckers. Man, if you don't think they're not down with them boys, man, then that's you, man. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
An MF Doom mask.
Twitch, don't come get me.
That's all it was.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
And so it even makes you question the reasoning behind MF Doom wearing the mask that he wore, right? All of these different artists, which, we're going to continue to talk about it a little bit more as we check out this clip, but just kind of wanted to give y'all a quick overview of where this video is heading, right? And when you think about it, there has to be something behind this, because like I said, this gives off a very dark and demonic energy, right? So with that being said, y'all, we're gonna go ahead
and Damian Cookie, bro, I'm gonna try, bro. I want to be consistent, honestly, bro. I work like 2 damn jobs, bro. I be working morning and nights, bro. So I'm gonna try to squeeze it in, bro. Like, honestly, I just need to work my schedule. I need to work my schedule better so I can talk to you guys, man, because I be lonely as fuck, man. I ain't even on bullshit. Like, bro, I always wanted to do some shit like this, bro. Real shit, I always wanted to do some shit like this, bro. Just expose, but really just sit back and chill and watch other people talk and interact with it. You get what I'm saying, man? But I'm gonna get back to it. I know I'm probably boring you guys to death.
and get this clip going. And this is pretty interesting. It goes into the BET Awards, goes into Glorilla and the very demonic monster-ish looking mask that she wore.
Hell
Thought it would
yeah,
be very
bro.
interesting for us to react to. All right, y'all. Check this out.
You ain't lying.
These award shows, I've talked to people that were high level.
But I want to make it, bro. I gotta do what I gotta do to damn But I'm not gonna be doing what these motherfuckers is doing. I'm not doing all that to be big. Fuck that shit, bro. I'm good off that, bro. But yeah, I need to work on my consistency, bro. Like on some real shit, bro. I'm really starting to like Twitch. Like I'm just really starting to like this streaming shit better than YouTube. Like in a way, it's just I don't know, man. It just feels better. Feels like I'm just talking to my damn self when I'm doing YouTube and shit. But when I'm streaming, I'm talking to you guys and shit, bro. That shit just feels different, bro.
High-ranking witches, warlocks, and people that operated in darkness. And they told me that in these arenas, people think they're coming to get an award, but it's really an initiation. You think you're coming to get something that you should celebrate when really you're a part of a ritual. It's a satanic ceremony. And I'm going to prove it to you today. But I'm going to show you this video first.
Wait, why? Wait. What? At a BET? Or is he at a church? Hey, is he at a church? Nah, this got to be a church, bro. Because they wouldn't even let this kind of guy in the music industry do this shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this got to be.
So you can get a good understanding of what went down when it went down. Amen. All right. AdamandBeliever.com/.
Oh, okay. So he exposes stuff like this. Oh, okay.
CelebratingDarkness.pdf. Okay.
Please welcome to the stage.
I told you guys, all three of these motherfuckers are sellouts, bro. All three of these motherfuckers are sellouts. All three of them. For sure. For sure. Some people gonna be like, oh, you're hating. I don't give a fuck, man. I honestly don't give a fuck about what you fuck you think, bro. But they show you. They put it in your face. And you guys, it's up to you. If you don't get it, you don't catch on to it, it's up to you. But me, if I was you and I don't know shit, I would wake the fuck up, man. He wearing dresses and shit. He fruity as hell. He fruity too. These boys is Fruity Loops. Yeah, they Fruity Loops. Look at Playboy Cardi. Look like a damn fucking man vamp motherfucker. Demonic. You know, damn, demonic motherfuckers, boy. You know those beanies that they be wearing with them little fucking horns and all the other shit, them little bunny ears, all the shit, the same shit. The shit's the same shit, bro. Same shit. Back to it. But this is who you guys praise.
That's the song he's singing.
Put it like this: when you see guys or whatever, who of male or female, put it that way, an artist or entertainer. Damn, bro, what the fuck? I'm paranoid as hell right now. My fault, guys. Damn, I'm paranoid as fuck. But if you see a guy like a male or female, or it don't matter, artist, entertainer, all the same shit. It's all the same shit. They're all entertainers. If you see them wearing a red, most likely they probably be sacrificed, bro. Allegedly. Yep, allegedly.
Every marriage in that building is in trouble. They don't even know it. That's a full ancient divorce ritual. Look at her wedding dress.
Oh. That's what that is?
For those of you that think that gospel music has
First of all, I want to thank God, because this is the gospel award, huh?
What? I didn't know the AIs. Damn, I didn't know they had something for the AIs. Damn, I didn't know that. Oh shit! I already know Glorilla. She's a fucking sellout. Man, this girl's a damn sellout.
shut you down, I'm breaking walls out.
And honestly, I don't want to say nothing about you guys' religion, you be Christian or whatever. But these gospel rappers, man, they go through the same shit, bro. They go through the same shit. They go through the same shit. So it's all the same shit. They do the same shit, man. They ain't nobody better than the other. They're all doing the same shit. Give me head, I don't want your sperm. Give me head, I don't want your sperm. TC toes again, no, tender. Let them learn, no, they hate to see me when they play that Usher, let it burn. What the fuck? Man, what? Fuck her lyrics, bro. I don't even give a shit. I see the actions and everything.
Let me say this to all my TMZ people. Glorilla didn't choose herself. She didn't say, hey, give me the award. Somebody made that decision. So I don't have no, I'm not tripping on Glorilla. I want Glorilla to know I'm a fan. It's 7 p.m.
Oh, thank God somebody said that shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank God. Bro, me and my boy Will was, I don't know, I think we were just fucking arguing about who's the best rapper. We were just, you know how boys is, man. Us boys be. Man, we were just damn arguing about who the best rapper. He brought up Lil Durk is the best rapper because he got a Grammy, and Young Boy got a Grammy. You know what Lil Durk had to do to get that Grammy? Young Boy, he down there with them boys too. I don't give a damn. Come take me down, I don't give a fuck. He's down with them boys. But he exposed that shit after that Complex interview, and all of a sudden he got all these damn charges. He locked up and shit because he's talking. Because he's talking. Back to it.
95 degrees. You know, let her cook. You know, I'm good with you. I'm good with you. So I don't want anybody to think Dietrich got a problem with Glorilla. No, man. Okay. She deserved to be top of the hip hop female artist. She could win. She should win with the hit she's been coming out with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Have you spoke to her directly since, you know, that video went viral?
That shit is rigged.
No, okay. But I would love to talk to her, love to collab with her. I don't want her to think Dietrich Haddon is her enemy. Who anybody's trying to put me and her against each other, you're wrong.
Now, what's crazy is
I don't, honestly, guys, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie, I do not know what that man, bro. I ain't even gonna cap, bro. I don't even know what that man. I don't even know what the fuck that mean, dog.
y'all remember when he showed this photo, right? Where's the photo? Sure, we can find it. And when the BET Awards aired, a lot of people were dropping videos after this part aired because they could tell this was demonic. They could tell this was some kind of ritual. I mean, you had Taraji P. Henson in this, I don't know how tall of a dress that was. You know, I'm assuming she was on like some ladder or something like that inside the dress or whatever, however they set it up. But he called this an ancient divorce ritual. and said that everyone's marriage inside of that award show would be in trouble because they were witnessing a spirit, they were witnessing a ritual, they were witnessing themselves being changed without knowing it. I mean, the dress was super demonic. Super demonic. It looked like the dead roses were on.
Hold on. I need to go back and view this again.
Would be in trouble.
Damn,
because they were witnessing. They could tell this.
Why does she look so fucking tall? Why does she look so fucking tall? What the fuck, bro? She like a fucking demon. Oh shit, bro.
Thing, right? Remember we had that video and she was talking about
she tall like
actresses and actors having to open themselves up and be filled with spirits and allow themselves, like she was talking about chakras and all this stuff. So she's very aware of the demonic presence or these demonic spirits that take control of her in order to complete some of these roles. Like she was talking about it on that show where there were a couple of other women and she was like the most outspoken, and it makes sense as far as her career. She just had the movie Straw with Tyler Perry, and we all know what's going on there. She had that lead role. Yeah. So for her to be so spiritually aware, if you want to call it that, she knows exactly what's going on. And a lot of the people at the BET Awards, especially in the crowd, these are not initiated people. Not all of them. Of course, you got the ones that are front row and stuff like that, but it's open to people, who are just kind of connected, know some people, can get into the BET Awards, so on and so on. Not all of them are initiated. And even if some are, they may not know what this actually represents. But to me, it definitely represents darkness.
You can see that shit, bro.
Definitely represents darkness, right? So, we're gonna go ahead. We got a good bit more of the clip to watch.
Does that shit not look creepy to you guys? That shit look creepy as fuck. That shit look creepy as fuck. Now Tyler Perry, man, that motherfucker, that's for a whole nother day, bro.
So we are gonna go ahead and get into that, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about all of these masks and stuff, right? So let's continue the clip.
Because that's where we are now, where a so-called gospel artist can get up and give a whole anti-Christ interview to the world. And Christians don't catch it. Don't even notice.
Well, wait. How do Christians not catch this kind of stuff? Damn, I thought they would catch this shit before anybody. Damn, I thought they would catch this shit before anybody.
It's because of music.
I don't know too much. I can't speak.
What I've been telling y'all since I started. The only arena you can do this in, you can't do it in politics. An actor can't. No, nobody can do this. Athlete can't do it. You have to be a musician. And it's because music is able to influence you past your guardian. Bypass.
Don't get what he's saying. Don't get it fucked up. You got them. Those athletes. They're in the same shit. It's entertainment. Just the music is the one that goes further. That's all. But man, these athletes, man. Like Tom Brady said, he won what his wife was doing witchcraft, and he was winning them Super Bowls. man, that shit scripted. It's entertainment. So don't take the shit seriously.
Your guardian. Kurt has taken everybody that attaches to him into darkness. I'll put the scriptures up. He even said, my body is not God's. It belongs to one or two. So if it's not God's, who was talking to us? So this robot Maria from Metropolis, y'all saw that? They do this ritual because this ritual in that movie, 1920s, I've talked about it before. I don't even remember. Where's Jay? Which video is that, Jay?
What? I don't know anything about an AI ritual. Metropolis? Hold on, I'm gonna go back. I never, when I was learning shit, like when I first started, I never seen no shit like this, bro. I thought I started.
So this robot Maria from Metropolis, y'all saw that? They do this ritual because this ritual in that movie, 1920s, I've talked about it before. I don't even remember. Where's Jay? Which video is that, Jay? Huh? 5? No, Jay it's automatic. 5. Part 5 I talked about because I think Beyonce wore it. They all wore it. Everybody has to wear it because it basically shows that you're not in control. You're being controlled. If you're a robot, this is the first time the word robot was used or created.
Robot. It's just like the chip in their the RFID chip. If I'm saying it right, yeah, RFID chip. Oh my god. Damn.
It was for this movie in 1920, I think 27. But Robot Maria, so there was a real Maria, and she was working against the little kingdom they had, and so they needed to they made a robotic Maria and then transferred, kidnapped the real Maria and transferred her consciousness into this robot, and this robot started operating under their control as Maria.
Now that is crazy because now we get an understanding of the real Metropolis robot and its meaning.
The robot looked
He said that this is the first time the term robot was actually used or created back in the 1920s. So they were programming, so to speak, or, foreshadowing the fact that transferring consciousness is possible. And we've talked about it many times on the channel. I didn't know that. That robot was first coined or so in the 1920s, and the robot Metropolis is what represented, the transfer of consciousness. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, to get into the industry, you have to be controlled. So this represents that I'm no longer me. Something or entity is making me function now. And you got to show it. And they always have to come out with some kind of mask or disfigurement of themselves in a video and photo spread, whatever the case, to show this. This first one, this was now Playboy Cardi, what's his name? Kai Cenat and the other guy.
I told y'all. I know I'm not tripping, bro. I know I'm not tripping, dog. I gotta do my research. But the way I do it is more different than these guys. Me, I look at numbers before anything. And then I go on with shit. And it's confusing as fuck, but yeah. But I knew I wasn't tripping. Kai Cenat, big as he is, DDG, hell, he's been in that shit, man. He's been exposed shit. Reggie just exposed his ass for that shit. But nobody's not gonna see it that way. Only the people that's woke will see that way. They know what the fuck is going on. Man, who else do you got? Duke Dennis, all them. Man, them boys is down with them boys, man. Don't let the way the content roll fool you guys. They down with them boys, man. They down.
We don't even know why he's Drewski. Still don't know why he's around. But those two, they were going crazy over Playboy Cardi, right? And of course, Kai Cenat masquerades as a Christian. Like, he has videos praying and stuff, but he's a part of this whole thing too. He did the mask ritual and everything. I'm gonna show you his picture. But they all were going crazy over Playboy Cardi because Playboy Cardi has accessed deeper levels into the Illuminati or the whole satanic arena. And of course, he has videos I can't even show. They're basically horror movies. But he did the disfigurement. And that's what they had him look like in one of his videos.
Now, real quick, I don't mean to keep interrupting the video, but I like how he used disfigurement, because it makes you think about, like, when Beyonce was on stage and we saw her face.
Like, it was Sasha Fierce. Wasn't that the Super Bowl window? That was the Super Bowl one. Her eyes, like, you can see, like, she's fucking demonic.
Become deformed, disfigured. You know, it makes you think about possession. Makes you think about them actually, you know, showing you live possession. You know, if you look at this photo, look at what he did to his teeth, his fangs. You know, he had the whole vamp thing going on. You look at his ears. You know, you look at the upside down cross. You know, he's showing you a demon, a vampire. You know, he's disfiguring himself. I thought that was a very interesting term to use to describe, you know, them basically being possessed by demons live right in front of you. It's crazy.
Let me tell you something about demons, and I talked about this in part 9 of The Truth Behind Hip Hop. Demons always show themselves through people. Yeah. They want people to know that they're in you. Yeah, whether it's through tattoos, piercings, goth attire, hair, whatever the case, you're going to decorate yourself in some kind of way. The Bible even says the demoniac that was in the graveyard was cutting himself with stones. He was marking them. That was the devils trying to show that they were in there. So a lot of people cut themselves or do cuttings. That's just a spirit trying to show that it has a hold of you. So let me get this. Let me hurry up because I don't want any money. This is Glorilla, and she had to wear this mask during the Coachella performance.
I didn't see
they
that.
have to do the mask ritual where they are disfigured to show the evil entity that is working through them. And this is Kai Cenat. He did this on one of his streams. He put this on and chased the guy around.
Damn, I think I remember that one when he put that shit on his face, because that's some Playboy Cardi shit. I think I remember that stream, bro. I seen like clips of it. Told y'all, man. I knew I wasn't tripping. These boys, man, they claim they be Christians and all this shit, bro. Man, they be down with them boys, man. They got to get down with the get down, man, to make it where they at. You think you gonna get all them followers on Twitch and not have to, man, get the fuck out of there, please.
Room and did all of this. So this is all a part of what they have to do. And Weekend.
Don't forget, I Show Speed. He's in the same category too. Just as same well as Kai Cenat. Man, they get down with the get down. Aiden Ross, they get down with the get down, bro. All of them, man.
He brought the robot on stage and did his whole concert around it. Just to show it. And then he wore this. So they're showing you that they are no longer operating under their power. Something is operating through them.
Now, real quick, just makes me want to go back to Thug
Yeah,
real
I
quick.
gotta cover that because dude,
Remember,
I'm not trying to get
we were just
copyrighted.
talking about it in the beginning. Thug
I
got
think
out
we
of
get
jail and
copyrighted.
immediately started wearing these
I think
masks.
that's if you're watching the video.
And you know, he was kind of saying, I think I remember in this interview that he just didn't want to be seen, didn't want to show his face, you know. But it makes you think, was he under the influence of these spirits? Was he told to do this? Was there some kind of agreement, you know, where you have to represent the symbolism because we got you out of jail. We could have put you in there for the rest of your life, you know, because Thug never really wore these kind of masks like that, you know. And this one in particular, like I was saying, this is dark. This.
But he had he was starting to get a whole lot of power. But they want him to be on a label. He wants to be independent. He wants to be independent. So that's why they throw his ass away. Little Keed, he got sacrificed. And I think, like, honestly, bro, on everything, I think Young Thug has something to do with that, bro. I ain't gonna cap. Allegedly. Put it that way, allegedly. I think he has something to do with it, allegedly.
This first one in the interview that he did with XXL is a very dark, demonic looking mask. This one, you know, more along the lines of those eyes wide shut type of masks. And this one here is just very odd. You know, just like I was saying, just really, you know, kind of dark mask that you would choose, you know, or get designed for you to wear. But it really makes you think what actually happened behind closed doors once he got out of jail. And this, you know, according to the symbolism, is showing that he's being controlled. He's possessed, you know. And, I mean, it's right there in our face, y'all.
Like he said, it's right in our face. Like, when Thug got out, bro, I swear to God, this motherfucker was so weird, bro. Like, honestly, I thought he was gonna go straight and drop a fucking banger, honestly, bro. He came out all fucking weird and shit. Like, he on some weird shit. It's like Youngboy. Youngboy on some weird ass shit. I know I reacted to his shit yesterday, but I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker's on some weird shit, too. These motherfuckers be medicated or something, bro. Yeah, these motherfuckers be medicated. They getting controlled. They're being controlled.
It's right there in our face. Hold on real quick. Man. Sheesh.
Good
if this is not some of the most... This mask is crazy. This is what I was saying. This looks dark. This is... The eye is black. This is...
That's one eye symbolism. Hold on. If I'm not tweaking... Because there's no eye here. That's like demonic as fuck. This demonic, but that like possession. This like possession right here. This is just some dark shit. But this is really dark.
Presenting the one-eyed God. This is a salute to the one-eyed God right here.
God. Oh, okay.
And all of her fans in the comments of a couple of posts I checked was like, her soul is gone. She sold her soul. Of course, she signed with CMG and Yo Gotti. Of course, she sold her soul. But this is crazy. This is what I was saying. This mask does not look pretty. This is not a mask that represents light or represents something, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this just brings me joy looking at this mask. No. A little kid, 4-year-old little kid will be scared out of his or her life looking at this mask. This is darkness. This represents, you know, some.
Put it this way: if a little kid is scared of it, then you need to be. That's how I look at this shit, though, bro. Like, if a little kid's scared of this shit, bro, you should be too. It's crazy, bro.
Then very demonic. That's what I was like, kind of hinting at with these masks. They represent darkness. Remember this collage of Kanye masks. These things represent darkness. You know, there are certain items certain things in life, even like how when we were talking about the books in the last videos, there are just certain things that carry an aura. They carry a certain type of energy. And some of these masks are designed to carry and capture that darkness, you know? Just like, once again, the eyes wide shut thing. They are designed to carry this type of darkness. You could just tell, you could see it, because you don't think of anything else when you're looking at it. You don't think of nothing else but darkness. So that tells you what it represents, y'all. Let's get back into the rest of this clip.
Through them. Now, think about this. If you're an artist and something is operating through...
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. I ain't even gonna lie though, bro. Like Spider-Man doing that right there, bro. All that right there. That shit right there, man. Ain't nothing but devil horns, bro. And you got Batman, his mask and shit, bro. The devil horns, man. Daredevil, devil horns. Am I tripping? Don't Flash got it too? I don't know. I might be tripping. I think Flash got it too. Yeah, man. A lot of this shit is demonic, bro.
You? What happens to the people that are listening to you? So, if they're showing you that they're demon possessed, a demon is controlling them, demonic industry, pledge, satanic ritual, blood sacrifice, all the stuff that they've done for this level of fame. You know they've done it, right? Nobody gets here without doing it. So when these guys do this kind of stuff for that level of fame, what happens to the atmosphere when they get up and perform? So the BET Awards, even the divorce ritual and all the different things that they did, and I didn't even go in depth with Snoop and all the rest of them performing, but when they perform in those atmospheres, they are changing the people that are in the audience. And by merging the gospel with a Glorilla who's a glorified stripper, now you're bringing the younger audience in to believe that this is God's sound. This gets God's approval. I was watching Dietrich Haddon in that interview, and his children were standing behind him. And I was wondering in my mind, I'm like, what do they think? Is anybody even thinking about this generation?
Hell no.
Is anybody really thinking about this generation? And, you know, we're talking about us, late 20s, early 30s, millennials, late 30s. You know, of course, you know, the generation coming up behind us, you know, the teenagers now, the early 20s, you know, it's kind of sad to say, but you could pretty much say they're done. I think I've touched on this before. You know, people around our age.
But I ain't gonna lie though, man. The older celebrities, way before this new generation shit, they're the ones that made it worse for the younger folks. If you get what I'm saying, they made it worse for the younger folks, bro. Real shit.
We're already who we are. You know, we've already been manipulated to a point. Some of us have come out of it. You know, we've already been steered in a certain direction. Some of us won't change. Some of us will. You know, some of us had the opportunity to change, you know, to get out of all of the mind control, basically, even though we're still being fed a lot of stuff through AI and this new technology. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, the younger generation now, they're fried. You know, a lot of this stuff is meant for younger minds, kids that can still be manipulated, kids that still, you know, their brains are still in the process of developing and soaking up everything, you know. So
look, my best advice for you guys to do, man, I get that you like these rappers and shit like that, honestly, bro, but don't go to no concerts. Don't go to no concerts. But I mean, if you got to find out for yourself, you find out for yourself. But I would advise you not to go to that shit. Don't go. Don't go. It don't matter who it is. Don't go.
They're being.
If it's a local, cool. Well, you know what I'm saying. But these people, fuck nah, bro. It ain't worth it, bro. It be high as fuck for what? For about an hour or two of performing. Bullshit. Fuck that. I'll be damned if I pay all that money to go see y'all perform for 1 or 2 hours. Fuck all that. You better perform 2 fucking days. You get what I'm saying? That's a lot of damn money for an hour or 2 performance. Fuck all that shit. It ain't worth it, bro.
Steered in a direction that they can't control. And that is what this.
And then you leave lightheaded and everything, and you wonder why.
Stuff is all about. You know, I've always said it, like, a lot of this stuff is not done for a crowd that's, they consider us to already be past the point of, like, you know, we've done the damage on them. You know, let's continue to get the kids. Let's continue to do these rituals and keep these spells going for generation after generation, because that's truly what it's all about, is keeping that, you know, that trauma, keeping the spells, keep it going after generation after generation. You know, that's how Satan operates, through darkness like this, you know, that will make younger kids look at stuff like this like it's cool. And it just, that was pretty strong. You know, is anyone thinking about this generation? You know, even including us, you know, people who are a little bit older, early 90s, late 80 babies, you know, we are still being manipulated. There's a lot of us who still haven't come out of being, you know, young-minded. You're still very impressionable by people on the internet, or, you know, you still want to listen to drill rappers who 10 years younger than you, you know, influencing you to, you know, do things you would never do if you didn't have this kind of influence from.
These damn drill rappers be influencing these people to crash out. I'm telling you, man. All you gotta do, man, it's just it's music, bro. No frequencies, bro. Ooh. Oh shit. I'm tired. I don't give a damn. Fuck it. But yeah, man, this shit be influencing people, bro. Music, man. Music is the #1 thing that be influencing people to do crazy shit. Crashing out and everything.
People who 10 years younger than you, you know, simple to say. You know, that's why such, you know, especially in music, because that's what this is about. We know music has, just like he said in the beginning, has the most influence on you. That's why it's used so much. That's why young teenagers are, in a sense, running it, you know? And you're being influenced by someone who's 12 years younger than you, telling you what to do. And you listening. You know, it's crazy. That's how backwards it is. You know, you're getting guidance and you're getting influence. You're getting negative energy. You're getting negative spirits placed on you by teenagers. You know, 20 years old. Got you out here doing drills. Still.
This is the ugly ass robot, bro. Damn, this is an ugly ass robot. Yo, I ain't gonna cap. This motherfucker looks so damn demonic. This is an ugly ass robot, man. Why am I gonna skip this shit, boy?
It's crazy. The stronghold, the influence, the possession, you know, that comes out of music, man. And it doesn't have to just be rap. Man. This is a topic. I thought this was different. I don't think we've ever really talked about, you know, masks and what they represent, how demonic they can actually be. You know,
I didn't know that. But
very interesting topic, man. I think we'll leave this freaky looking monster right here on the screen to end this video. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
Fuck that. I don't even want to see that ugly ass bit. Hell nah. I'm good off that, chat. Fuck that shit, bro. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Damn. that shit. That mask is so fucking ugly. Damn. I'm gonna try to find something else. I'm gonna try to find something else. Seven and all that shit. That shit's bad too. Michael Jackson wore that shit at a performance. But yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. There's a video I'm trying to find, bro. That's it's of Kanye West. I'm trying to find a video of Kanye West. Damn, hopefully I don't get copyrighted. I don't know if I'm gonna copyright it. Fuck it. I get copyrighted with my guys. Fuck it. I don't even give a damn. Kanye West exposing everything. Let's do this shit right here.
Yes, man. Can do video?
If I get copyrighted, I get copyrighted with my guys, man. I don't even give a damn, dog. Shit.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say, I know today's a very important day, and I too feel the same. 2007 was a very special year for me, and I know that her memory will always be in your heart, and I wanted to wear my Dove shirt just to represent for Donda, and I just want to say my heart goes out to you, and I don't have anything else to say, bro. Just want to give you your flowers and continue doing everything that you're doing. We're on your side, bro.
I mean, I really appreciate that. You know, just for you guys understanding the humanity. The very first time I was ever given some medication, it was actually related to an incident with the paparazzi in front of the airport, where I wrestled down the same paparazzi that used to be following Britney. And then they sent me to anger management class. I don't want to sign those right now, bro. I'm not going to sign them right now. Alright, so they sent me this anger management class, and then the guy just gave me some medication, just like, yo, take this. I had never taken medication my entire life. And one doctor said, okay, this started like this slope or something. And you know, the interesting thing, they saw the Harley text to me, and people are looking over it. You know, the media has run all these stories smearing me for saying, hey, I can't be anti-Semitic if I'm a Semite, because I am, because that's who we are. Black people we don't have a flag. Our history's been stolen from us. You go to the African American Museum, it starts in slavery. It doesn't start before then. They don't talk about Mansa Musa. They don't talk about us being here before. So I want to read this text out to you again, right? Because people need to not forget this. So when I put up the tweet, I was going back and forth with Harley, saying, hey, I'm angry. I'm angry at how these Jewish business people have done me and so many of my friends. Are they doing? Can you tell them to be quiet?
Yeah. Excuse me, disculpa, estamos en un video, por favor. Gracias. Thank you.
She's still talking.
Let me ask.
Gracias.
Thank you.
So, and to this date, right? Y'all done seen everything be proven. I got kicked out of the banks. Ari Emanuel asked all these businesses to stop doing business with me. Now, yeah, I was in negotiation with Adidas because that was my issue. They were getting lawyers to sign over my IP, different things without me being aware of it, like people signing on my behalf. And this is part of the problems I had with Adidas. So now the world has got to see how Adidas was as a partner. The fact that they would attempt to steal my designs. And that's happened a lot in history, right?
Right.
But now y'all get to see it in real life. Like, and that's the difference. Like, let's read this Harley text out loud when he was threatening me, you know, forcing me to apologize, you know, about the frustration. And no one ever said, okay, this is what you're doing. Even the fact that TMZ is going to say Kanye West, right? And my name is legally Ye now. It's always some form of disrespect. No matter if you're the richest black man or what happens. What's up, bro? You part of this?
Sorry, it's ballet, it's ballet.
This what?
It's ballet. He's looking right now. Ponte un poquito atrás. Gracias. Thank you.
Just go over there, man. It's just that he was a part of the whole making noise.
I would be paranoid. I would be
So-
paranoid. Bro, I'd be paranoid if I was in his position, bro. I'd be paranoid as fuck. You don't even know he's trying to off your ass, bro. Most of the time, you don't know.
Let me read these Harley texts. This is how he was threatening. This is a trainer, but come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? So it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words. And everything that is discussed is based in fact. And that's some crazy stuff that a dumb friend of yours told you, or you saw in the truth. Second option, I have you institutionalized again, where they medicate the crap out of you, and you go back to zombie land forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. This is the way a Hollywood trainer was talking to me to force me to go and like apologize, right? But even though they ended the deals and you know, Farrakhan said, hey, you know, did he really ever have it? Let me explain to Farrakhan what that meant. I mean, my contract for Adidas was for 4 more years. My royalty was $500 million a year. That's what I meant when I said the $2 billion was lost in a day. Because of the negotiation with Adidas, I wanted to negotiate something where it's like, okay, you guys, you'll take the Yeezy, but we still get the royalties. And people saw it's like when we dealt with George Floyd, different things, I'm the one who put the money up. You know what I'm saying? I put $2 million. I always support it in every one of these situations. So you think about if Harley was part of intelligence, right? What kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now? My kids go to Sierra Canyon. It's a Jewish school that doesn't teach Christianity.
Yeah, Bronny James and his brother went there too. Sierra Canyon. Man, this shit, all these people be tied in with the same shit, bro. They all be tied in with the same shit, man. No cap. No cap. They be tied in with the same shit, bruh. Like, yeah, never mind. I'll save that shit for another stream. Never mind.
Christianity to these Christian kids. At Christmas time, they're teaching Kwanzaa to black kids. They say, hey, this is your Christmas. This is all indoctrination. This is all mind control. You gotta understand, like I don't believe I'm putting myself at risk because I think God uses me for a time like this. He put me in this situation and had y'all follow me from George Bush Don't Care to y'all's had the best video to now. For some reason, y'all are interested. 2 Chainz said, why is belt buckle? Well, y'all niggas shoulders looking. Like, y'all are interested for some reason. And they wanted to medicate me every day. You realize, like, they could have just switched to...
Shit, I think I fucking broke my fucking finger again. This shit's so fucking swole. I think I broke my finger again. Punching and shit, man. Damn, bro, this shit bad.
Medication, and I wouldn't be here. And on the news, they would have said it was because of a mental issue, right?
Yeah.
I ain't never been back to the hospital since 2015, but every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth. So what's the crazy part, really? What's the crazy part, really?
They can't scare you. They can't control you. They can't. They try to suppress you.
They can't control it, but they can't.
That's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can,
but they can't control him. They can assassinate the fucking shit out of his character though, but they already done that. And people believe that he's so crazy, psychotic. They already done that. That's why people be like Kanye crazy. Nah, fuck nah, because he's telling you what people don't want to hear. That's why he's crazy. The fuck out of here, man. But I tell you what, LeBron James on Progressive wearing a damn skirt. That should tell you all. That should tell you that a lot of these motherfuckers that be in the sports, basketball, football, it don't matter. Motherfuckers be sellouts. They're sellouts. They'll sell their soul. They kill their family member for a fucking dollar, man. That shit is fucking pitiful. You kill your fucking family member for a fucking dollar. Not worth it, bro. Not.
control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name.
Exactly.
It's up.
Not you.
You know what I'm saying? And just for Minister Farrakhan, I love you, but the way you read that, I took that as a slight. You know what I'm saying? I don't take no disrespect from nobody. So let's get on the phone and let's talk that out. I don't care who you are. I ain't taking no slights from nobody.
After this video, though, bro, after this video, he started acting different. He started acting different, bro. See, this is what happens when you talk, man. Everything else changes, bro. Everything else changes. On some real shit.
Right? I ain't taking no slights from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Me too.
You understand?
Yeah. I'm Christian too.
Michael Jordan. What about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son. You know, out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize. They want to monetize and traumatize. And God loved me. You understand? They hit me. Gap, Adidas, all that away. Still, Forbes, who hate me, right, had to write net worth 400 million. Jesus is king. God loved me.
That's more important thing in life.
That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? And this truth is going to be heard. Y'all can't send none of y'all Meek Mills, y'all Puffies, y'all Lil Boozies, none of these names. None of these people that have to listen to y'all because they're dealing, they have legal. I never killed nobody, right? I'm the pussy that never killed nobody, right? But that means I can say whatever I want and not go to jail. And even if they did figure out a way, I'm still not backing down from what I said. It's Jewish people that did bad business. I'm Semite, so I can't be anti-Semitic. They stole our history from us. They stole who we are. And it's up. In Jesus' name, amen. Y'all have a good night.
Good night.
Damn. Yeah, bro. This shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, bro. Man, this shit is crazy. Yeah, this shit crazy as hell, bro. This shit crazy as hell. I'ma see. Hold on. Let's see if my boy Jay Marvelous got something popping. See my boy Jay Marvelous got something popping. Not today. Not today. Not today. Oh shit, he might want about Nicki Minaj. I guess we'll react to that a different stream. We might do this tomorrow, guys. We might do this tomorrow. Man. What the fuck? There was a guy that had exposed the AI or some shit like that. Oh, hold on, did it? Where's that guy at? He exposed AI. I don't be really getting the AI shit. I ain't even gonna lie. What happened to the guy that exposed? They might not tell me shit. They not telling me shit. Oh. Oh, so he's dead. Oh, yeah. Oh, so he's dead. Damn, that nigga's dead, bruh. That nigga's dead, bruh. This nigga Reggie, bro. What the fuck, bro? Reggie's funny as shit. Damn. I don't know what the fuck, dude. Cause I got a little schedule. Wait, guys. Is Diddy free? Is Diddy free? Fuck. Is Diddy free? Hold on. Like, I ain't even gonna bullshit. Like, he should have been, like, dude, he got locked up because he exposed some shit, bro. Like, come on, man. He not to run the damn music industry, if you ask me, shit.
We've been covering P. Diddy and exposing the industry since before the allegations were even brought to light. Before all of these charges were brought against him, we were already exposing what goes on behind closed doors. We know the truth of what goes on in these industry parties. We've already exposed it.
Is this nigga out or what, my nigga? some shit. I think these motherfuckers be making up some shit, bro. I ain't even gonna cap. I think these niggas be making up shit, man, just to get some views, bro. Clickbaiting like a motherfucker, bro. Damn. Man, yeah, tomorrow, guys. Damn, my fucking eye itching. Tomorrow, guys, we're gonna do some shit on like Diddy and a lot of people. I don't know. I might. I want to at least make it to like a 3 to 4 hour stream. Yeah, 3 to 4 hour stream. That doesn't sound bad, but it sounds long as fuck, bruh. That shit sounds long as fuck. But man, damn. As long as you guys stick with me, man, we'll be alright, bro. Shit. Man, we got a lot of shit to react to, man. Damn. Holy. Oh my god. Man, it's your boy, man. Hey, man, I'm about to get out of here, guys. I got some shit to do, but I will be on stream tomorrow. We're gonna make this shit consistent. I'm gonna be consistent with this shit, right? Hey, man, I'm gonna be consistent with this shit, guys. Man, it's your boy, Moses.